Hello everyone, welcome to the Essence Corner. This is your weekly pick a card reading from Monday the 25th to Sunday the 31st of July. I hope these messages will resonate and will be helpful in the week ahead. For all people that have just found my videos, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name's Christelle. And for all those of you that are returning, thank you so much for the support. It means so much to me as I grow my little channel. And I hope that these readings do help you. I am going to be putting out zodiac sign readings for the beginning of the month. So I'll start that in August. So I hope that will be of interest to you as well, and then little by little I'll find different ways of growing the channel and bringing you more information, so keep tuned for that. Let's get started. Thank you everyone. Okay everyone, let's have a look at these piles. There we go. Pop some crystals down. There we go everyone. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3 and pile number 4. So just pick whatever you're drawn to. More than one pile, that's not a problem at all. Just watch as many as you need to. If you pick a pile and you feel, nope, this is not for me, don't be afraid to pick again. But if you pick a pile that triggers you, that annoys you in some way, or that you think, ugh, not at all, maybe watch it to the end, because maybe there might be something in there that you're not aware of yet, but that, like I said, maybe triggers you in some way, because the information in there might be helpful. I'll see you shortly with each pile. Thanks everyone. Hello pile number 1. Let's have a look what your messages are for this week. Very powerful cards straight up. Just tune into the energies just for a minute. Okay, pile number 1. Let's have a look what Spirit wants to tell you this week. First card is signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. So there was a poll last week that had this card as well. And I feel that a lot of us are going through this kind of energy. We all know that times are changing. We all know that things are not going to stay the same, and in the process we're not going to be the same. And I feel that the universe, God, Spirit, is guiding us. Now sometimes it's gently, and sometimes it feels quite forceful by what happens in our life. For instance, if we lose a job, or a relationship dissolves, or we fall apart upon hard times, it can feel difficult and uncomfortable and we worry, but we need to remember that these things happen sometimes to push us forward. Now this card is saying gently nudging. But with your other cards, I feel that it might be a little bit more forceful than that, or the universe might be gently nudging you forward and you are getting the message and you're going to go for it. So we'll have look a bit deeper into that with the other cards, but just know that we're always shown, and we always have these signs and these synchronicities, and we think we don't, but it's just that we don't see them. So as I say in most of my readings most weeks, please slow down if you can. I know we are so busy and we're trying to navigate our life, keep everything together and change at the same time, and it's not an easy thing to do. But when you have those moments of quiet, try not to fill it with something. Try to just have those moments of reflection, of just seeing, not analyzing your day, but going back through it and seeing signs that you could have missed, something that somebody could have said that you overlooked or you dismissed, or even that you got annoyed about, because sometimes they are the signs. And when I get this card, I always feel that it's also a reminder that we're not in it alone. We are guided and we are helped. We have Fox Spirit here, and it says, think on your feet. So it makes me wonder, are some of these signs and synchronicities, are they actually going to be opportunities? Are they going to be something that somebody says and on the spur of the moment it's what do I say? What can I say? But it's not even going to be what can I say or what can I do. It's going to be something that you say or do in that situation that might bring that opportunity around. Think on your feet. I think of the fox spirit and everybody thinks cunning and a little bit sly maybe, but the fox spirit is also clever. It's also turning maybe a challenge into an opportunity. It's seeing past the difficulty into, okay, not how can I benefit from this above somebody else, like by taking advantage of somebody else, but how can I benefit from this? How can I learn from this? And I feel that's what you're going to be embracing. You're going to see these signs and synchronicities. Sorry, just let me adjust that a bit so you can see better. Is that better? Sorry. You're going to see these signs and synchronicities and how best to take advantage of them. And I think that's an amazing thing, because when at the spur of the moment we can think on our feet and be genuine, do it in an honest way, that's when doors open for us, and that's when we actually walk through those open doors. So be aware. The fox is aware of what's around it, of what, its environment and the people in it. And again, you've got to embrace slowing down so you can actually see what's around you. We have the panther spirit, reclaim your power. And I wonder if thinking on your feet, this looking at what serves you, looking at what doesn't serve you, looking at these signs that come in, synchronicities that are happening. It's going to help you to maybe even see your worth. See where maybe in a situation or an environment that you felt less than. I wonder if now, becoming more aware, if you're actually going to see your worth, you're going to see your power. And here, I don't see this as your power as in your might and your power over people or things like that, but your inner power, your inner strength, and everything that that entails. When we stand in our power, it enables us to be kind to somebody who's not being kind. It enables us to forgive. It enables us to be the bigger person in a situation in a way that doesn't make us be walked all over. Because when we are in our power, we don't accept less than we are worthy of. We don't accept less than. But we also don't dominate or control others. When we're in our power, we are really compassionate. We're filled with love, and not only for others, but for ourselves. And when you truly love yourself and see your worth, you don't let people treat you poorly, and you would never treat another poorly. This is an amazing reading, pole number 1, because something in you is going to shift this week. And with this reclaim your power, you're going to understand something about you, something about a situation that you're in, and it's going to help you to do things a different way, see things a different way, and therefore change the situation. And you've got the infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. And when we change, when we see our self-worth, when we love ourselves as we love others and love others as we love ourselves, when we see opportunities because we see our self-worth, abundance comes to us in all forms. And that's abundance in money, it's abundance in time, it's abundance in opportunities, it's abundance in the people that come to us. And when we see these signs, when we remember that we're not in this alone, universe is helping us. And when we shift our perspective on how we view life to be, then we do see life as being more abundant. And when I look at the self-sufficiency card, we see that we don't have to do it alone, but we're also not drawing people into our life because we're needy or because they've got something that we want. I'll read the card for you. It says self-sufficiency. The ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, God is my source and I'm willing to receive all the help, love and support that wants to come. I beg your pardon, I'll read that last bit again. Excuse me. Instead, it's saying, God is my source and I am willing to receive all the help, love and support that wants to come. And excuse me, I'm a bit croaky this morning. I'll just have a quick drink. And sorry. And this is not saying sit back and do nothing. Sit back and just say, oh, well, God, I'm leaving this up to you. Though there are times where we need to say that. There are times when we've put in the effort, we've allowed things to go out with the tide, and now we have to wait for the tide to come in and bring back to us. Self-sufficiency and this abundance card to me is very much, and these 4 cards are beautiful because it's the same. Think on your feet. Reclaim your power by knowing, right, I'm doing this. Now let's see what comes back. I'm seeing the abundance in the world. I'm seeing my self-worth. I'm seeing everything that I can achieve. I'm seeing that all my talents and what I can do for me. And it's not saying I don't need others. It's not saying that I don't need God. It's saying that I welcome others so that we can co-create together. I welcome the universe and God so I can co-create with the universe and God. But I stand on my own 2 feet doing it. I'm comfortable with who I am and what I'm trying to achieve. And therefore there is no need or want or grasping onto people or situations. There's no neediness. There's seeing the blessing in others because they help and because they give great ideas. But if you don't, or if you haven't found those people yet, if you find that you're on this part of your journey where you are on your own because physically there's nobody around you, because we're never on our own, there's always spirit and God and the universe, but that you're okay with that. You know that you can do this for you. You know that when the right time comes, the right people will come. When the right time comes, the right resources will come. When we're self-sufficient, and not because we're pushing people away or blocking ourselves or thinking, no, I have to do this all on my own. No, that's control. That's not self-sufficiency. When you know that you've got this and you can do this and you're walking your path, and when people come in, you let them. When people leave, you let them. You flow. That's when you understand your power. That's when you walk in your power. That's when you see signs and synchronicities. That's when you think on your feet and you see opportunities. You see the light in others and you see what the talents in others. And there's no need or control or trying to grasp onto things. It's very, very stepping into your power. Pole number 1, I just feel like the signs this week are going to lead you to understand how talented you are, or the path that you're walking, how suitable it is for you. You're going to see your self-worth. And I think if I had to name this reading, it would be realizing your self-worth, and then how to use that, how to bring that forth in the world. And we've got the Chariot and the 2 of Swords. And the Chariot is understanding that we don't need to control everything. We don't need to like your self-sufficiency. We don't need to push people away or have so much control over everything. I'm doing it this way, I'm not doing it that way. No, it's an understanding of all that we have, all that we are, and bringing that forth. The Chariot is also victory, and I feel for you in this reading, there's going to be a victory over, almost I want to say, how you see yourself. And with the Two of Swords here, I feel that you blocked yourself. And so it made making decisions really difficult. And I feel that even though I'm not sure that you're at a crossroads exactly, but I feel you've got choices to make, and there may be more than two. And they're going to lead you in different directions. And with both these cards, I see the directions as being fairly opposite. And they're big decisions. But I feel with the Emperor and his sword, oh, the sword is so bright on this. I'm just so drawn to it today. I feel you're going to get clarity, but clarity in you. I feel like suddenly you're going to see, wow, I can do this. I think when we dismiss as seeing our self-worth as, yeah, I'm great, or I'm okay, but when we truly tap into it, and not in a show-off kind of way, not in a way of I'm better than everybody else, but in a way where I'm great and there's nobody less than me, there's nobody above me, we're all great, but I see my greatness now. And the Emperor does. The Emperor has had challenges. He's had, you know, he didn't just get to the top by chance. You know, it was by strategy. It was by thinking on his feet, and not just thinking of himself, but thinking of others. You know, an emperor thinks of his people, because an emperor knows that he's not going to stay on the top if he doesn't bring something to others, of benefit to others. And we are all here, and it doesn't matter in what capacity, but we are all here to bring benefit to another. And not one person is, what they bring forth is less of a benefit than another. We judge them because that's where we are at the moment in the world. But very soon there will be no difference between what one person brings to the world compared to what another. One won't be deemed as higher or better. Everything will have its benefit, and we are going to see that. We are going to see everybody's benefit in our community and what everybody brings to it. And the Emperor knows that an empire is built on what we might think the lowest of the lowest, right to the very highest. Everybody needs to contribute. And in an empire, when we see that we're all equal, we all contribute, that's when the empire is unbeatable, unshakable, because the foundations are built on everybody and everybody's self-worth, everybody's power, working together to do something truly amazing. But that all starts, pole number one, with realizing your own self-worth and your own power, and then what you do with that. Pole number one, I'm going to leave you with those messages. you know your self-worth and you're discovering your self-worth, and that is beautiful. And the next step will be bringing that forward into the world. And it really doesn't matter in what way you might be called, in what way you might be doing it, because it's going to be amazing. Thank you for watching poll number 1. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful week. Love and light, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hello, poll number 2. Thank you for joining me this week. Let's have a look at your cards. I love the bear spirit here, very protection spirit. Whenever I see the bear, to me, it's very protecting. Just think of a mother bear, you know, she'll run through anything or anyone to protect her young. I'm so drawn to it. So let's get into it. I just grab the energies. Just straight up, poll number 2, I'm just so drawn to say this because the bear is, I'm just so drawn to it today. If you are afraid, if you are completely out of your comfort zone and have nothing to grasp onto, not saying that we should, but I'm just trying to, it's just the energy I'm picking up. I'm feeling energy of being lost, and there's worry and there's anxiety, there's fear, and I just feel that maybe you've made some changes and you're not sure how it's going to go, or you've just made them and everything's new, maybe, is what I'm trying to say, and you're not sure how you're going to make everything work. I'm just feeling this really strong protection energy from the bear, and I feel that he's here today to say you're okay. So I'm not sure if this is going to resonate with everybody or just a few of you, but if it's just a message that I'm getting for somebody out there, you're protected is basically what I'm trying to say, that you're protected. So keep walking, keep going, keep moving forward. The bear spirit is here for you. And in those moments of real doubt and fear, if you can just close your eyes for a moment and just picture the bear spirit, you might actually find that the bear is one of your spirit animals. So I'll leave you with that message for whoever that resonates, and I'll have a look at the rest of the cards and see how that might tie in, or that might just be a separate message for somebody that needs it. Okay, so we have truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. So this speaks to me about following your path and embracing the new, letting go of the old. When we embrace our truth, we become more aligned, we become more authentic, and that can be scary because we let go of who we were. We drop all the masks that we wear, and our masks, the reason why we put masks on is to protect ourselves, to hide our our true self, because we feel that if we put our true self out there, we'll be hurt, we'll be judged. What we don't realize is that when we are our authentic self, we are actually powerful. The masks make us weak because the masks hide. They hide us. So they dim our light. And we put them up like we put masks on, like we put up walls. And we hide behind them. And when we drop the masks and when we pull down the walls, there's a time in between where we feel like we've lost our armor and we're going into battle naked. And that's frightening until we realize our inner strength, our inner light, our authentic self is so much stronger than any armor or wall you can build. And I feel maybe with this bear spirit as well that you've pulled down the mask, you've pulled down the wall, and you haven't quite gotten to seeing the power within. But you will see it. You will see it. And I feel this reading now is going to tell you, don't turn back. Because when, and I speak from experience here with all my heart, when we take off the masks and when we pull down the wall, it is uncomfortable. It feels like we're on shaky ground. We don't know who we are. We don't know who we're putting forth, like who we're, how am I trying to say this? We don't know how we're going to put ourselves out into the world. Who is this inner person? We've spent so much time pretending and protecting ourselves that we don't even know who our authentic self is. And I feel like you're going to start embracing that. Spirit today is, for this week, is asking you to trust, asking you to, you're going to see it soon. You may not see it yet, but you will. And the flamingo spirit says, embrace the in-between. Yes, the walls are down, the masks are off, and you're discovering your authentic self. You're discovering you. And it is so scary. It is uncomfortable. But it is the most amazing thing when you start to discover who you are, because it's in that place that you discover your gifts, that you discover your unique you, and things that may have embarrassed you in the past because you think, oh, people are going to think this about me or that about me. You're going to realize, wow, actually they don't. That's limits I placed on myself. When we show people our true self, others love it. At first they might be like, oh, who's this? Especially people that know you. But afterwards, others sense the authenticity. They really do. And people are drawn to that. And they might not understand it, but they are drawn to it. And know that you're in an in-between stage. And when we're in an in-between stage, think of moving house. You've packed up your old home ready to move. you're not quite in your new home. You've got boxes everywhere. You don't know where everything is. And it's chaos. It is, everything's made that little bit harder because it takes you time to find things. There are things that you still need on a daily basis, but you're trying to pack up. So it's that in-between messy kind of stage. But if you want to go to your new home, you can't unpack all your boxes and make your old home comfortable. You've got to work through that in-between stage in order to get to your new home. And then there'll be a time where you're in your new home and it takes time to unpack all your boxes and see how you're going to arrange all your furniture and how you're going to make everything work. And the bear spirit says, take time out. You may find that you need alone time. And this week, if you can, really try to take time to yourself. And the bear spirit is here just, you're okay. You're in an unknown place. So you'll be filled with uncertainty. And generally when we're in this in-between stage, we know what we need to leave behind. And often we've left it behind, or we're in the process of allowing things that need to leave for them to go. But sometimes we don't know the way forward. Nothing's coming in yet because the old is still falling away. So Bear Spirit is here saying, you're okay. Allow this process. Because just like you've outgrown the old home, to stay there when you've got a new home to go to is of no benefit to you. It's like shedding the skin. You know, a snake can't stay in its comfort zone. It can't stay in its old skin. It's got to grow. So it's got to shed its skin. And think that that's the process you're going to. And a snake is very vulnerable when it's shed its skin. You know, it's so easily hurt because the skin underneath it is hasn't toughened up yet. And for us, okay, we don't want to toughen up. We don't, because that's building walls. But we do feel soft because we haven't quite learned how to tap into our inner strength. We're only just starting to see it. So try to take time this week, poll number 2. Take it slow and be kind to yourself. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Yes. It just speaks of this in between. You're not at the beginning of the bridge, you're in the middle, so you're not in your past, you're not in your future. You're right here and now. And for this journey, that's where you need to be. It's being in the present moment that we see, that we can tap into ourselves. We can't find ourselves in the past because the past, well, we're not that person anymore. And we can't find ourselves in the future because that person hasn't arrived yet. And it's in the present that we do our healing work. It's in the present that we can let go. It's in the present moment that we can fix things. You're going to be coming into, and it might not be this week. This week might be really that in-between phase, and I feel that that's really where you're going to be. So there's going to be a lot of uncertainty, a lot of what the hell am I doing kind of feeling, pole number 2. And the cards are just saying you're stepping into your truth. That's what's happening. Allow it. Go with it. Make it God's. Release the idea of my. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my, dear Lord. Gosh, that's such a good reminder. Do you know, I've had this pile of cards for over a year, and I don't think I've ever pulled this card. And wow, what a message. Pole number 2, you're going to see past your ego. Your ego is me. Your ego is mine. It's my. And that's huge. That is, you won't realize it till later down the track. But when you realize that it's you let go of ownership. You let go of, like it says here, my relationship. Suddenly it's not yours. And it makes you realize that everything is temporary. Everything is in a flow. Things come, things go. And when we don't attach to them, when we don't say, my husband, my house, my money, it becomes, which is really hard to say actually, because you don't really say the husband. But it's true when we say mine or my, it's ownership, isn't it? It's mine. And when we drop the ego, we drop that, I guess like the card says, that grasping, that ownership. And I guess when we see things as ours, it's not control, but it's I decide if I share, or I decide if I let it go. And that's not really how the universe works. So you're going to be making a big realization of how your ego controls you. And then how, because of the control your ego has on you, how then you try to control circumstances outside of you. What a great card. What a great message, pole number 2. See maybe what in this between stage, maybe you're a bit stuck in this between stage, in the middle of this, in the middle of crossing the bridge, and you can't get to the other side because you won't release something because it's yours. You see it as, no, this is mine and I'm not letting go of it because I've put so many years into it. I've put so much effort into it. I've put so much time into it. I've put so much money into it, or whatever the case may be. But you really need to look into that. We have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles here is, I'm really seeing it as the slow energy. You are bringing something into the world. And here I kind of feel like it's you that you're bringing forth. It's your authenticity, it's your light, it's your talents and gifts. And you will see those. You're actually coming to realization of all that you are and what you have to give this world. And so you will be planting the seeds. And the Page of Wands here for me is that spark of passion. You're going to see what drives you. You're going to see what you're called to do. And just like the leaves are sprouting on his wands, these passions, you're going to see them for what they are, and you're going to see, not this week. You've got other work to do first. But when you do the other work, when you see your light, this is what's going to happen. You have a gift to give to the world, to give to your community, to give to those around you, your relationships. And they're going to be based on something that you love. But it's very new. The pages are all possibilities. It's all what's possible. And the Page of Wands for me is the possibility of finding your passions and turning them into a job or a hobby or something that helps others. With the Knight of Pentacles, now he's at a standstill. He's the slowest knight in the tarot, and so this is going to be slow. And I feel that with these messages, be patient, pole number 2. Trust that things will happen in their own time. And with the 5 of Cups, you've got to let go of things that no longer serve you in order to be able to see the new opportunities that come your way. So before you can get to here, you've got to do the letting go. You've got to embrace this in-between stage, which is all about seeing your worth, finding your authentic self, letting things that no longer serve you, letting them go. The card says focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self or others. Everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessings. And it's difficult to be told when we're going through a difficult time, or when things are falling away, when we're having to let go of things that were important to us. You know, it's hard to lose a job and for somebody to say, well, look, remember, everything happens for a reason. That's hard when we're in pain. That's hard to believe sometimes. And even though it doesn't feel helpful at the time, it's something we have to hold on to. It's something we have to believe. It's something we have to trust. Because if we just see what we're losing, if we fall down that rabbit hole, we won't see what's trying to come in. We won't see the new opportunities. We're just so focused on what we're losing, on what's falling away, on the sadness, on the negative. And we've got to turn around. We've got to say, okay, this is not a place I particularly want to be in, but what do I need to learn from it? Sometimes it's just the simple thing of letting go. And letting go is not easy, pole number 2. You know, we might talk ourselves into, yes, I know this is not good for me anymore. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. But to truly embrace that, it's not easy. Pole number 2, I'm going to leave you with that message. Take time this week. Take time to just focus on you, on your journey. Thank you for being here with me today, and I wish you well in your week ahead. I'll see you next week. Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Welcome to this week's reading. Let's get into it. Oh, patience. Not often what we want to see, is it? Let's have a look. Okay, pole number 3. Just grab the energies for your reading just for a moment. Okay, let's have a look. We have patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Yes, and just straight up we've got time to heal, slow and steady wins the race. Calmness. I think everything's kind of talking about the same thing in this reading. So being patient this week, pole number 3. But not for nothing. So if you can allow things to unfold as they need to, you might be surprised where it leads you. So I feel like this reading is a bit of a promise. And I'm getting that with the Ace of Wands down the bottom here, which we'll get to in a moment. But you can't push this. And that's not easy for us to do, because we have been living in a world where, you know, to push, to hustle, to do is or has been of great importance. But that's not the world we're moving forward into. And I'm not sure if you can feel that, pole number 3, but our world is not going to be one of pushing and struggle. And I feel that this week, and it might take longer than this week, but this is the message for this week, is to be patient, because you don't know how things are going to unfold. And we need to, I feel, when we're being asked to be patient, we're also being asked to trust. Because when we trust, it's easier to be patient. When we don't trust, it's almost impossible to be patient. And if you can trust that something will work out, not necessarily in the way that you want it to work out, and that has its challenges of its own. When we want things to go a certain way and they don't, we feel that we have failed, or we feel that life has failed us, that we haven't gotten what we wanted, and therefore it's not right. But I feel that it will be right. It will be right for you, maybe not in the way you expect, but it will be right for you. And I think you'll see this. I think if you can be patient and you can let things unfold as they need to, I think you will see when the opportunity comes, or when the result of something you've been doing gets shown to you, I feel that you'll be ready to embrace it. So patience, pole number 3, because it will benefit you greatly. I think more so than you can actually imagine. Snake Spirit's here, and it's saying time to heal. And with being patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace, it tells me that you've been working towards something. You've been working on your healing. You've been working on you, your inner growth. You've been working on something outside of you, and now you're waiting for results to come through. And now it's time to rest. If you've been working on yourself, you might see things that you need to heal, things that you might need to work through. If you've been putting things out into the world, the time to heal might just be rest. It's time to slow down, time to rest, and time to be patient, to allow things to happen at their own speed. And you do your healing work. Allow your body time to heal if you've been very active. Allow your mind time to heal. Allow your emotions time to heal if you've been doing your inner work. I see the 5-5 on this card, and I feel sometimes I'm not really drawn to the numbers, but I am here, and the 5-5 is like a double 5 and the 5 is all about change, you know, new things, adventure, and it adds up to a 10, which is about completion, the end of cycles. So you've done the changing, you've done the work, you've done the letting go, you've done the trialing different things, just trying. And now it's saying stop. Now the universe has to do its thing, give it time to. Turtle Spirit is here with the message, slow and steady wins the race. And like I always say, the turtle is not stagnant, it moves. It just moves slowly. And I find with this patience, you'll still be doing things. It doesn't mean fall on a heap and do nothing. You know, there's still, you know, healing, rest. Rest is, it's not stopping, it's not numbing yourself and doing nothing. It's concentrating on other things, but slowly, steadily, no rushing, no pushing. And I think that ties in with the patience. You know, it's not a week for, you know, pushing forward. And I've just noticed the following card, which is going to contradict everything I've just said. So it says, valiant courage. Take action with passion. And I feel this is your healing. This is courage. The courage that it takes to take inner action. Take action with passion. I think this is what you've been doing. You've done this pole number 3. I'm looking at the next card, calmness. And I really want to say to you, it's not a time to take action. You've done that, or you'll be doing that after this week, after taking the time to heal and being patient, allowing things to unfold. Maybe once this unfolds, there'll be passion. renewed passion, and then you can take action again. I just got the message because this card has thrown me a little bit, as you might have seen, because everything's saying slow. Mind you, you've got the Ace of Wands, which is it's your passions. But I feel like when you have been patient, something's going to unfold, and I feel like, especially now with this card, I feel like it's not going to be as you expect. And that's what you might have to take the time to heal. Take the slow, steady time to rethink things. Because I'm wondering if the universe is going to throw you a curveball. And I think it's going to throw you. And it might make you want to leap into this, no, that's not where I'm going. That's not what I had planned. I'm going to do this, and this is how I'm doing it. And you're going to have to not. This energy is going to come. This energy is going to come. But once you've accepted what this unfolding is going to be, what this new destiny is going to be, what this curveball is going to be. And I feel that you don't see this coming. I just think it's, however this turns out, or whatever the opportunity, the packaging that this opportunity comes in, it's not even going to be, it's not going to be anything that you even have thought of. It's not even on your radar. So it's going to throw you a little bit, and you're going to want to dive in to try to control it back to how you had it pictured and planned in your mind. And the cards are saying no. No, take the time to see it for what it is. Take the time to process it. Take the time to see where the newness is going to be leading you. You will be able to take action afterwards, because it's going to ignite a passion in you, but a new passion. A passion that you might have, I feel that this is not something that's completely new in you, but something that you've buried, or something that you never thought you could use, or that would be of use. Very interesting the way the reading has taken a bit of a turn, pole number 3. So please, whatever comes to you this week or the following weeks, because I do grab the energies for this specific week, but sometimes things take time to unwind, so it might just be giving you a heads up for what's coming, just so that you're aware. So if this doesn't resonate quite this week, come back to it next week and have another listen. Come back to it maybe every week and have a little listen, and just to remind yourself, don't go back to what you had in mind, the old process you were going to do, or the thing you were fighting for, the thing you want to bring in. There's something new. Okay, the next card is calmness. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. Make your peaceful calm take over. May your peaceful calm take over. I'm going to reread that again. Sorry, I'm just having trouble reading this morning. I don't know why. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet, even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. Yes. And I feel that that's what this is saying, this patience. There's going to be turbulence, because when this thing unfolds, when this opportunity comes in, when something comes back to you, it's not going to be how you imagined it. And you're going to be in this state of, what? And you're not going to want to go with it. You're not going to want to flow with it. Your mind is going to start straight away jumping into passionate emotion of, what can I do? No, I'm not having this. I'm not going to do it this way. It's not what I wanted. And you're just going to have to breathe. And just say, universe, I know you've got this. I know you've got this, God. I know you're trying to make me see something different, a different path or a different way of doing it. And heal that part of you that wants to put your foot down, dig your heels in. We've got strength in the Hierophant. And this is, when I get major arcana like this, for me, it's always the universe not taking over, because it doesn't, but it's a sign that the universe is here and the universe is guiding. The universe wants you to just stop a minute and let it do its thing. And that's very much the patience card. Allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. And I want to add there, in its own way. So the strength is finding that inner strength, not to battle, not to fight this. I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. It's just started pouring here. So hopefully it's not too noisy and drowning me out. Don't fight yourself. Don't fight the universe. Don't fight the flow. Go within. Find the courage to go, okay, it's not how I had pictured it. But that's not to say that it's wrong or it's bad. And with the Hierophant here, I believe it's the Hierophant to me, in pretty much all my readings, I always see it as the past way of doing things, tradition, how life used to be, how we used to be. And I'm finding that when the Hierophant comes up, it's generally saying, with the strength here, don't be afraid to move past that. Especially if things have worked for you in the past. And you feel that, no, I've always done it like this. I've always been like this. I'm going to keep doing it like this. No. It's the strength to see a new way, to follow a new path, to believe in something new. And your reading this week is all about that. Don't be afraid, because the thing that's coming is something that's going to ignite your passion. But if you don't take the time to heal your mind that is creating this, no, that's not how I wanted it to be. That's not what I wanted. And you're going to feel rushed to push forward in a direction that isn't going to serve you. The card says, an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you are passionate about. 2 action cards, 2 cards of passion. So when you have been patient, and when you have healed that this thing hasn't come in the way that you wanted it to come in, trust that that's the path for you. Trust that when you say, I'm okay with this. I'm going to flow with this. And you give yourself time to see the beauty of what has come to you. You're going to move forwards in leaps. You're going to move forward in leaps and bounds, because this is going to ignite in you a passion that you had forgotten or that you didn't even know you had. And I think it's going to really amaze you. I think if you can work past the fear of being in the here and now and allowing what's unfolding to unfold, if you can work past that, it's going to be amazing. Beautiful reading, pole number 3. Just be patient and just allow, and calm your mind when it tells you this is wrong, when this is not right. I don't want this. Breathe, be calm and allow it. It's going to be more magical than you would have thought. Thank you for being here, pole number 3. Lots of love and light. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages you have for this week. Just going to adjust. There you go. I think that might be better. Okay, pole number 4, let's have a look at what energies you have today. Beautiful with the 10 of Cups and the Cow Spirit. Let's have a look. Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And I think when we all embrace love, and I don't mean romantic love, I just mean true unconditional love for each other, the world, it just has to be a better place. And I feel that we are all learning to embrace this a little bit more. We're learning that, well, for starters, to love ourselves more. Because naturally when we love ourselves more, we love others from the same space. I feel, pole number 4, that you're being called to bring love into a situation. So it might, I'm just feeling that I don't even feel that this situation, you're going to be in it. So I'll give you an example for what I'm trying to say is you may have colleagues that are not getting along, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with you. But your presence and your allowance of allowing things to be and not taking sides and just bringing good energy into the situation is actually going to help heal whatever they're going through. And I feel that this will be the same. You might go to the shops and there might be a funny energy, and you'll just bring your love into it and the energy will change. So I feel that your energy is going to be really important this week, pole number 4, in changing the energy around you or lifting the energy around you. That's very interesting. Look forward to see what the other cards will bring out for more information. You have Seahorse Spirit. watch and wait. And I love this card because it's such a promise of something coming, something unfolding. And I always feel with this card, I just feel such calm, positive energy. And I think with this Earth Guide card, you might actually start to see how you alter energy around you by just being you. That's an amazing thing to see. And it's an amazing place to get to when you can have chaos around you and not buy into it. You don't become part of that chaos. It's almost like your calmness and your healing energy is like a balance to the chaos, almost like throwing light onto the chaos so that it disperses. You're going to see something this week or in the coming weeks that is going to amaze you. And the seahorse spirit is asking you to pay attention. Oh, I love this. And you have cow spirit. The miracles are endless. What are you going to see? Pole number 4, I wonder if you've been really working on healing yourself and bringing your light into the world, because so far these first 3 cards, that's exactly what it feels like. And you might not be there yet, but you're certainly working on it. The miracles are endless if we see them. I think every day has its own set of miracles that we just don't see. And that's sad, but that's what we work towards, I guess, is being still enough and being awake enough to see all those miracles, the endless miracles. And I think you're going to start to see that. I believe you're going to be in a place where there is enough calmness, there is enough awareness. Oh, so beautiful, pole number 4. And I feel so positive. I feel so everything's good. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy, and I hope that you can feel that. Can you feel that? I'm okay, you're okay, everything's okay. There's beauty in life, in your life. Then we have Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Yes, and we don't always see it. In fact, we rarely see it because we have our own ideas of how things should go and where we want to be. And I feel that you are already in this place and you are trusting, and that's why you're in this kind of energy now of being in a place where you do have the patience and the understanding to go slowly, to trust, to watch and wait. And I'm wondering if this is what you're going to see. You're going to see the plan. You won't see all of it. We never do. But there's always twists and turns, and there's always our own free will. But I feel you're going to get a sense of the divine plan. And you're going to trust. I just feel this is confirmation that if you are in the energy of trusting, stay there. And I feel like it's come out of the narrow, the squeeze, where you just, you feel like you're being squeezed, and squeezed and moved forward, but you don't know where. And this is like the birthing of a new opportunity, a new life, a new you. It's beautiful. And there's going to be openness in front of you. And it's asking you to just love where you are, love who you are. Just bring love into everything. Even if to you it's ugly, even if to you it's not what you want, bring love into it. When we bring love into it, we bring acceptance into it. Perfectionism. Permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. Just such a good reminder. Often we don't start things because we don't think we're good enough. We don't move forward because it's not perfect yet. It's not the perfect time. But we need to let go of that. And it's so true that when we can embrace that we are at the beginning of something and we're going to make mistakes, when we can truly embrace that and say, you know what? Yep, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not going to get it right. I might say the wrong thing, or I might stumble, but that's okay. I'm just learning, and I'll grow and I'll learn from that. We open ourselves up because suddenly there's less fear. When you feel that you have to be perfect, when you have to get everything perfect, there is so much fear wrapped up in that we literally bind ourselves up and we become stuck. And there's nothing perfect. And in the imperfectness of it all, it's perfect. And we might not achieve what we set out to do. But what if the end result is better? We won't know if we never set off. I'll share with you, it's taken me 3 years to do my YouTube channel because I was so afraid, because I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted everything to be perfect. And I didn't know the first thing about a YouTube channel. So I had to learn, I had to make mistakes. And I'm sure I'm still making mistakes, and I get tongue-tied. And I think that's okay. Because when we give ourselves permission to not be perfect, when we show up as not perfect, that frees everybody else up to show up not being perfect. And it makes the world more real, more honest, more authentic. And when we all come from that place, wow, we can do anything. So poll number 4, is there something that you want to start? Have you seen a miracle? Have you seen something in you? Have you seen the start of a plan, but you don't feel that you can do it because you don't feel that you're perfect, that you look the part or sound the part, or that you're the right age, or that you're the right fit for it, or whatever it may be? Are you waiting for the perfect time? Because the cards are saying don't. You'll see that now is perfect. With the 10 of Cups, I feel like the universe is telling you you have everything you need. And I love Temperance here because it's all about balance. It's peace and love. And it's the balance between not everything is perfect, but it's not all imperfect either. And I really see the path here with the crown at the end, and this path here with the sun at the end. And it's like this path is for you and you alone. Take it. I have to go to the 2 of Pentacles because it just ties in so well with this Temperance. I'm just going to, I'll come back to the 10 of Cups in a moment, but the difference in both these energies. The 2 of Cups is you trying to make a decision. It's being out of balance, not being sure of yourself. There's choppy waters. He's balancing on a tightrope. He's trying to juggle. He doesn't have trust. He's trying to do it all himself. He's trying to be perfect. And Temperance, on the other hand, is 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land, passing the water through the cups. There's a balanced, calm energy. And it says we can navigate change calmly if we just slow down. Trust. Be at peace with what is coming your way. And that is where I think this watch and wait is coming into it. Watch and wait. Miracles are coming. Not that they're coming, you're going to be able to see them. The 2 of Pentacles says working too hard or multiple jobs. The need to bring balance and fun into your life. Juggling multiple priorities. Balancing the budget. Sometimes we can get into this 2 of Pentacles where we're doing so much, but nothing really well. We've got so many balls up in the air, and we're filled with so much fear of we're not doing it right. It's not perfect. We're going to drop something. Oh, do you know what? I really want to tell you, pole number 4, let some things drop. Because not everything is always for us. Bring balance and bring balance and love into your life. This new path that's unfolding, it is for you. And again, like I say, often maybe not in the package that we want. Or maybe it is in the package that you want, but you're too caught up in it not being the perfect time, not being in the perfect place, not being perfect yet. And that's where these fears, how am I going to do it? I can't see that yet. Sometimes we just have to do it and see how it unfolds. And this Ten of Cups is telling me you've got it all. You've got everything you need. And this path is going to lead you to more abundance than you ever could have imagined. It's going to fulfill you in whatever way that means for you. And I feel that love and peace. Watch and wait. Trust and love. Just bring love into every situation that you encounter, every person that you meet. Because there's something unfolding or trying to unfold for you. Let go. Let go of trying to be perfect or waiting for the perfect moment that don't exist. I'll leave you with that message, pile number 4. Take good care of yourselves, love and light. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.